Now we will talk about odontogenesis, its development of teeth. Odontogenesis, it includes some stages and we can list them. They are dental plate, bud stage, cup stage, bell stage or enamel organ, histogenesis of enamel, dentine and cementum, and teeth eruption. Those are basic stages of odontogenesis. And we can see here skull. It has teeth, and also we can see in the maxilla and mandibular some structures which also are teeth. So we have two generations of teeth, primary and secondary or permanent teeth. Primary teeth, they are present during childhood, and after that they are changed by secondary teeth or permanent teeth. And teeth changed, and both generation of teeth, both generations, they have the same stages of odontogenesis. So both primary and secondary teeth, they have the stages, and odontogenesis of primary teeth begins earlier, and it's followed by formation of secondary teeth, which begins their development a little bit later. But all those stages, except teeth eruption, they take place before birth during embryonic and fetal periods. So let's look what happens during those stages of odontogenesis. Here you can see oral cavity, and oral epithelium, it develops from ectoderm. It's ectoderm of oral cavity, and under the ectoderm we have mesenchyme. Here you can see embryonic connective tissue. So ectoderm and mesenchyme, which is a part of mesoderm. And in embryonic oral cavity, we can see here its lip. It's separated from another tissues. Its lip, and this fold of oral mucosa, it is separated from the lip. It's primitive vestibule of embryonic oral cavity. And here we can see a fold which will form teeth. Here you can see dental plate. It's invagination of ectoderm into the underlying and mesoderm, mesenchyme. So ectoderm grows inside the mesenchyme, and we call this dental plate. So it's first stage of odontogenesis. It's dental plate, which grows inside the mesenchyme. And next stage is formation of dental bud. Here we can see buds which develop on the dental plate. Their number corresponds to the number of teeth. And first there are dental buds for primary teeth, and later we have development of dental buds for secondary teeth. So here we can see dental bud, and it's dental plate stage, and it's dental bud stage, and the next stage after this formation of dental bud, it's cup stage. Here we can see mesenchyme, and it begins to grow inside the bud, and it forms the invagination inside the bud here, and structure like cup is formed. It's cup stage. It's beginning of the formation of dental papilla when mesenchyme grows inside the ectodermal structure. So it's invagination, and it's the cup stage. Here we can see bud stage, and it's cup stage. Mesenchyme forms dental papilla which grows inside this cup. And we have cup stage, and the next stage is bell stage. It's further development. Here we can see structure like cup, and later dental papilla, mesenchymal dental papilla grows, and also ectoderm grows, and here we can see structure like bell. It has communication with lining oral epithelium, and its ectodermal bell is called enamel organ. It has inner enamel epithelium and outer enamel epithelium, and this is dental papilla, which is mesodermal structure. It's processes of mesoderm of mesenchyme which grows inside the enamel organ. So here we can see cup stage and its bell stage. It's dental plate, and here we can see bell. It's special structure which will form the tooth. Here we can see outer enamel epithelium and inner enamel epithelium. It's composed of special cells which are called enameloblasts or enameloblasts, which will form enamel. So enamel, the hardest tissue of tooth, it has ectodermal origin. It's produced by ectodermal epithelial cells, which are called enameloblasts or ameloblasts. And here you can see processes of mesoderm or mesenchyme, its dental papilla, and peripheral cells of this dental papilla. They become to be odontoblasts. They, under the influence of the enameloblasts, they undergo specialization, and now they are odontoblasts. Those cells will produce dentine, another hard tissue of tooth. They will form dentine. And this dental papilla, it will form pulp of tooth, and also we have um, uh, dental bag which surrounds this enamel organ. And also here we have inner and outer enamel epithelium, and between them there is a space which is filled with special embryonic cells. It's pulp of enamel organ. Please don't confuse pulp of tooth. It develops from mesenchymal papilla. And also there is pulp of enamel organ, and it develops between two layers of the enamel organs, between two layers of enamel epithelium. Later, outer enamel epithelium and this pulp of enamel organ, they will form cuticule of tooth, which will be removed together with enameloblasts after the tooth eruption. So those layers, they will disappear. And here we can see development of primary tooth, and here we can see development of secondary tooth. It develops later, but also it develops during embryonic period. So here we have inner enamel epithelium. It is composed of enameloblasts or ameloblasts. Outer enamel epithelium, it will form cuticule of the enamel. Between them we have pulp of the enamel organ. We have dental papilla. It's a mesenchymal structure. It forms odontoblasts in the peripheral region, which will form dentine. And also we have dental bag or dental sac. It's also mesodermal mesenchymal structure, and cementum and periodontum will develop from the dental sac. So main progenitors of main dental structures already are present on the bell stage. It's called enamel organ. And here we can see enameloblasts, which form inner enamel epithelium. They have columnar shape, and they produce matrix of enamel. They produce enamel prisms, special structural functional units of enamel. And here you can see odontoblasts or dentinoblasts, which produce dentine, and two kinds of cells, they produce two kinds of hard tissues. And here we can see border between enamel and dentine. It develops during embryogenesis, and junction of enamel and dentine. It's formed during odontogenesis and embryogenesis of embryo. And here we can see structure of enameloblast. It undergoes inversion of cytoplasm, and nucleus goes from one pole of cell to another pole. And this basal pole becomes to be active because different secretory products which form enamel are released through this pole. So nucleus goes away from the formed enamel, from the basal membrane to another pole of the cell, and it's called inversion. And odontoblasts also are cells. They are located on other sides. They develop from mesenchyme, and odontoblasts, they have long processes which pass through thickness of dentine, and they are attached to the enamel dentine junction. They are present here. There are odontoblasts, and their bodies are located in the peripheral zone of pulp, so they are located under the dentine, and their processes they pass through dentine. So here we can see bell stage enamel organ, and next stage is histogenesis of enamel and dentine. Here we can see enameloblasts, and they produce pre-enamel, non-mineralized or less mineralized enamel, and later organic matrix is mineralized, and different phtor and hydroxyapatites are attached to the organic substances. Here we can see odontoblasts, which produce predentine, and also we have here forming tooth pulp, which is located deeper, and bodies of odontoblasts, they are located in the pulp of tooth. Here we can see histogenesis of enamel and dentine. Here we can see enamel. It has black color, and dentine it's gray structure, and blue cells, columnar cells, are enameloblasts, which produce enamel. During embryogenesis they are alive, but after the tooth eruption they disappear. They are removed from the surface of tooth, and these enameloblasts they die, and that's why regeneration of enamel is impossible after birth, because cells which can produce enamel are absent after tooth eruption, because they were removed from the surface of tooth together with tooth cuticule. And odontoblasts are alive during entire life of tooth, except those cases when pulp is removed. So odontoblasts they remain in pulp, and they produce dentine, hard tissue, which also forms the tooth. They are present here. And cementum is formed by tooth bag, tooth sac, dental sac, and there are mesenchymal cells which surround the sac, and they are specialized, and they become to be cementoblasts, and then they become to be cementocytes, which form cementum. And here we can see enamel matrix or enamel, and it's dentine, and there are enameloblasts which form enamel, and odontoblasts which form dentine, and it's dental papilla which will form pulp of tooth, and here it's a region of the formation of cementum which covers roots of teeth. And during entire life, odontoblasts they produce new dentine even after the tooth eruption. That's why they are moving to the center of the pulp, and that's why pulp cavity becomes to be smaller and smaller, and thickness of dentine increases. But enamel is removed from the surface of tooth, and regeneration of enamel is impossible, but regeneration of dentine is possible. And here we can see region of the root formation in teeth, and it's this region where inner enamel epithelium transits into outer enamel epithelium, and here cells of hair of dental sac they are involved in the formation of cementum. And here we can see main stages of the formation of tooth. And after that we have tooth eruption. This tooth it forms some pressure because of growth of cells of bone, and also it provides destruction of the tissue. Some hydrolytic enzymes are released here, and it helps in the tooth eruption. And also we have change of teeth generations. We have primary and secondary or permanent teeth, and here we can see them in the skull. It's skull of child, and primary teeth they are under pressure by secondary teeth and they push out primary teeth. So germs of secondary teeth, permanent teeth, are already present at the moment of birth and they push out primary teeth and they are erupted.